Live for a full moon reading. I am the hostess with the most, the High Priestess Phoenix, your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil, messenger of God. I am the first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. Today is the full moon in Sagittarius. I'm about to get it on. Hold on, I need to do a couple things before we get it on. Dude, hold on, people. I spent the last 5 minutes just laughing with the Holy Spirit so hard that I had to just drag myself up here. I was like, alright. The longer I sit here, the harder I'm gonna laugh at everything. One more thing, hold on. Alright. In order to keep up with me, you would have seen what I posted on my community page. Give you the rundown. I woke up sick as fuck. Sick as fuck? Yeah. What was it? Well, I can tell you because it's still there. And I feel all gross in my tummy. It's right above my solar plexus, dude. We're healing the solar plexus. I woke up, I drank some tea. I like to drink tea. And I threw that shit up. I was like, ooh, this isn't a good thing. So I just took it easy. And then I made a cup of coffee and I didn't feel so good with that. And I was like, oh no. It's too early in the game. Just get ready and go to work. And I left early, and as I was driving, I was weak as fuck. The body just felt weak. My body felt super weak. And I got to work, and it was a cool day, and she had another trainee there. And she was really cool about it. She told me I could leave right away, but I was like, no, if it gets bad, then we'll get there. And by the middle of the day, dude, I was just kind of sitting at the computer. I'm like, oh, I feel so sick. And I stood up, and I'm like, all right, let me do a property walk so that can, maybe make me feel better. And she's like, if it doesn't, come back. I was like, no, let me finish that at least and what other tasks, and then I'll probably leave. And I was ready to go, and I was so grateful for it. Came back feeling gross, dude, super gross. Ate some soup and tried to lay down, but it was too hot. It was a hell of a hot day. I don't know what happened with the AC. It was on one week, and then last week we were really cold, so I figured they turned it off. But it's fucking hot this week. What the fuck, bitches? Oh man, I won't live like this. I promise you I won't. I could do it for a minute, but I'll lose my mind. I'll buy an air conditioner or something. Seriously, I'll pawn some shit for an air conditioner right about now. I can't do the heat. I finally laid down. And I woke up, my daughter's like, ugh. My daughter's like, they're gonna turn off the water. Somebody's room, the lady over there is flooding. And I was like, yeah? She's like, yeah, and they're fighting over tools. I'm like, what? And it's so hot, I'm just like, fuck, I gotta peel myself out of here. It's just too hot. I might as well just get out of this bed right now. And I go out there, and I was like, oh, shit. Why did I say that? Oh, bro, I can't make it up. My daughter said that there was some shit popping off around here like 2 days ago between that room and another room. In the last 48 hours, I'm busy, I'm going to work. I'm not really paying attention. I started to notice there's a lot of traffic going to that door. And this is that same one that comes over to my door and be all like offering me sodas and shit for cigarettes and being all weird and shit with me. You're like, yeah? Like, yeah, for real, weird. Anyway, so I said it. When I came home, I just came out of my mouth. I was like, I told the kids, I was like, something's going on over there. They're doing something that they're not, they're moving something out of that fucking room. Is what I said. And then I lay down, and the next thing I know, and I wake up, and there's a huge emergency going on in that room. She's broken a pipe. According to who was in the room, she did it, dude. It's like, she's like, it looked like she was fucking with some shit. I was like, yeah, I bet she was. Anyway, she done broke. I wake up to this stupid shit, bro. I'm just laughing. It's super funny, because as soon as I come out in the hallway, I gotta put a bra on and shit. I gotta put my dress on, take off my fucking moo-moo. See what the fuck is popping off. I got one eyebrow all off and shit. Like, what's going on? Middle of the day, right? And here comes fucking Morgan, and the bitch looked like she's part of a wet t-shirt contest. She's literally drenched, bro. She's like, hey, do you know anything about plumbing? No, what the fuck, dude? It's funny to me, guys. My life is hilarious. Like, it's just funny. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I just woke up in this body. What are you people up to now? Okay, takes hella long to figure out what had happened. What had happened was Morgan tried to go in there and figure it out. What's going on in the bathroom? You know where you turn the knob the bitch done undid the knob, and there's just water flying out of the knob, like at full force, like, you know, like fucking like fucking street extinguisher kind of shit, right? It's hitting the wall, and we don't have the best plumbing. Like, it takes forever for these fucking tubs to fucking to drain anyways, on God. So after a while, that motherfucker got full, and it just flooded her whole room. It didn't just flood her room, it flooded all the floors below her room. Morgan tried to assess the problem. She got in there and had to, you know, stand in front of it. I'm seeing Billy Madison, bro. She just stands in front of this big ass squishing water, gets all fucked up trying to stop it, but can't. So the lady gets mad at Morgan because Morgan won't give her the tools to go down and find the shutoff valves. And I'm like, hey, somebody's got to do something. These bitches is trying to Bob the Builder in, and they're gonna break something out. And I'm just laughing. I'm a cunt. I'm a fucking cunt. I think I feel like you're the devil trying to convince me that the grass is greener. It's fucking hell on earth, and I laugh through it, and it's fucking heaven to me. Alright, right? Let me back up. Back it up. I didn't tell you what happened yesterday. I told you I acted all fucking, you know, Paul Bart mall cop at fucking work on fucking Saturday. And I got into a protest, a peaceful protest with my coworkers about, I thought this was the job, and I don't know if I could do this job. Right? So then yesterday I got the DMs, and I talked to them about it right away. How's training going? I was like, well, I was a little confused about this, that, and the other. And he told me exactly how to handle it. So I put this post about it, and I was like, cool. And then he explained that this is my home store, or my home location. Why do you keep saying that? And that, you know, the only properties will be there's 4 properties within our area, our district, that I'll probably, you know, stay to, and I don't have to worry about, you know, said property, or, you know, intermingling with all the other properties, you know what I mean, in that sense. Because I was like, hey, I can't just, basically what I was looking at is like, I'm supposed to just come in as a fill-in and turn my head to anything that doesn't look right. I was like, that's not what I could do, right? So that happens yesterday. So anyways, right, while we're at work, this email goes out, and it's really funny because I had mentioned it. This girl called on Saturday, and she's like, dude, I'm never going to that location again. I'm never going there. She like calls crying and says she's never going there, and it turns into this big old thing. So then it falls over into yesterday, and it's going on through email. And the whole thing is the district manager says, okay, well, we're training 2 people right now, and we plan to send one over there. And I see this email, and I'm like, hey. And I asked him for a minute. I swear to you, this is how it happens. I was like, look, I will nominate myself as tribute and use this as an opportunity to shine, but I need to be able to be on the right page. And, you know, I've heard all the war stories that come out of there, and I want to be able to, you know what I mean? You know, da-da-da-da-da-da. Next thing I know, I'm serious. Right after lunch, they're like, hey, we're going to go over to that location. I was like, huh? Wait, what? They're like, yeah, we're going to go over there and check it out, and then they want you to be over there all next week. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, I don't know. Hold on. I got out of my chair. True story. I was like, I don't know. All right. I'm going to go in with the, you know, all positive intentions. But if it's that bad, and if there's other people that can refuse, you know, you have senior workers that are refusing to go to this location, I don't believe it's smart to be sending brand new people over to a failing location, is what I said. But I was like, let's go check it out. So we go over there and we check it out, and it's pretty awful. But it's not anything undoable. It just means that somebody hasn't been doing, and we know why. It's short-staffed, so there's not a property manager on site full-time. And so people are just coming to cover the property, and they're doing a half-assed job because they're not taking it serious. And so they want this to be my property so I can take it serious, and I'm taking a serious look at, can I do this? And so that's what we came up with. Is like, all right, it could be done. I need a little bit more training. You know what I mean? It could be done. I can do this. Is what happened yesterday, right? So then I come into work today, and they're like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go there tomorrow. We're just going to roll up. I was like, yeah, is there any, and what? So the person that actually has been there, that's been kind of slacking and shit, that's caused a lot of this shit, is just going to be there, and we're just going to roll up on there and see what's going on. so that I can get used to the property. In essence, it's an introduction to, hey, this is her and she's going to be working with you. And I'm like, oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. There's that. And then God got me, okay, so in essence, God has been challenging me all day long. And I'm laughing in my car with my spirit guides. I'm like, if this is the way to salvation, I'm going to burn in hell forever. Because then here comes Russ. Oh my God, Becky. Did a 10-day forecast video. And I thought that the video had finished not only the first card, which was the Egyptian card that was talking about admiration and respect. I went on a 30-minute tangent, about 15 minutes of that on Russ, and the other 15 of my 12 twin flames, and explaining how I don't respect their fucking movements for shit. And I explained to myself, I guess, because nobody else was listening, why I fail to respect their hard doings, their hard works, and what it looks like to me. And that's what I found. So then I did that card, and I moved on to Midgard. And I did a whole explanation of Midgard is Earth, and this is what this card means. And I go into a whole destruction of what that means for us and what's going to happen. And in the middle of that, the video shuts off. So I think that all that's missing is the Midgard card. But the whole teaching about admiration or respect is not there. He comes today with this bullshit. He comes again on his little tricycle. After I just made a whole 30-minute video of why I can't stand this shit, he didn't hear it, nobody heard it, and here he comes to trigger the shit out of me. After I done said it. And the card is saying, I can go back to it. Because this is literally where I'm at. Let me pull the cards back out. It's right here. I'm just going to read it out of the book. We pulled in our 10-day forecast was respect and admiration. Okay? The last thing that I said in that, what number is that? 30. 31. Okay. The Holy Spirits are laughing, and there's a lot of music and stuff, so expect some interruptions. They have me laughing so hard in the car. It's like, get off me, my tummy hurts. Alright, listen to this. Is there someone specific in your life that you have been reluctant to praise, or even though they're deserving of your respect? So I sit there today on my high on my high throne, looking at him like, I never believed I was going to get this award. Hey, I really appreciated Busta Rhymes in your comments. I always love that move. What's wrong? I'm right back where I started, and that's what I said. I was like, if this is the way to salvation, you and I both are going to burn in hell for at least another lifetime here, Russ. They wanted me to pay homage to your heart. And it's not just you. I went on a whole tangent about how I don't respect nobody's movements. It's not what you're doing, it's why you're doing it, and why I have no respect for what you do. I can sum it up now, but I mean, I really want. Let me give you this. Let me give you the meat and potatoes of it. It's not what you do; it's why you do it. If you were just being honored for being good at what you do, then that would be different. You're out here begging for recognition about your hard works, and anytime you get any recognition, you spend a lot of work shoving it down people's throat. Like, look at what I've done. Look at what I've done. Look at what I've accomplished. So then we hit this milestone of where you've actually accomplished something. They give you an award for your bullshit. And it's like it's your big moment that you've waited forever for somebody to recognize it. And now you're recognized. And this goes back to the twin flame thing. It's like, it doesn't work for your twin flame. Why? Because it doesn't work for you. I'm just like, say something. It brings you no happiness, Russ. I'd be happy for you if you were happy about it, but you're not. The happiness comes later when people acknowledge it, but they won't in a way that you want them to. No matter what you do, And that goes back to your really, I don't know what it was, but that rap song you just made a bit ago. It was your best work, and I acknowledge that. It was the best rap I've ever heard come off of your fucking platform. But it didn't do shit on the fucking, you know what I mean, on the scale of listeners or, you know, streams. Your absolute best meant nothing to the general population. But you can go and look at your comments and what I said and know that it meant something to the right people. And that's what you guys need to understand. And Russ isn't, you know, he's not. That's where the whole tangent was. You know what I mean? Kanye just wants to be acknowledged. Fucking Lewis just wants to be acknowledged. Fucking Marshall is begging for acknowledgement just as badly. Allie is begging for attention just as badly. I don't know if it's from an individual girl, and that makes me weirded out. He just keeps singing, or it's all girls, or it's his mother, who knows. And that's where it is. Like, who are you writing this fucking music to? You want to be seen, and you don't understand that everybody sees what you already sees you, and you don't see yourself. And just like that, it's like he didn't know he was going to. That's what I found so cringe as fuck. He didn't know he was going to get an award. I don't know if he knew he was nominated, but he brought everybody there that I promise you, because I'm a bitch, I went to all of their pages afterwards and none of them shared his accomplishment. I think the fucking, his little designer said she designed his clothes, but and she showed that her name was on, an invitation. None of them shared his work. They share his fucking, you know what I mean? They don't support him. They're just there, it's just awful. His father, nor his mother, nor his sister, nor his brother, who were all in that. And neither did Jonica. She didn't share the picture of them together. She showed a picture of her in a dress. Now, they'll change that real quick because they can hear me. But that's just wrong. And this is why he's begging for attention, because those closest to him will not acknowledge or support or give him love and respect and admiration. If he could get it from the people closest to him, he wouldn't be begging us. Now, if he left those that don't give him, that don't serve him, he would have more respect and admiration for us that truly do love him. He can't see our love because he can't see theirs. And that goes back to Kanye. Kanye, you lost a whole lot of people being an asshole, but there's still people that, you know what I mean? When I came out as just an individual in Colorado trying to reach out to just, the people of Colorado to support my rally for your, independence and rebirth, I have it specifically said I don't know how I feel about that. They weren't sure that you were still worth supporting. There's still people that stand behind your bullshit, that still love you through your worst. And going back to you, Marshall, that is not Royce, and that is not fucking Porter, because you said it word for word on your fucking last album, or a couple albums ago. They didn't support you. They never have. They just ride the horse with you. They're riding the carriage. It was difficult. I want to be happy for you, but I can't, because this happiness means nothing. It's just fuel to your fire of I can be better, and I can do it, and then some, you know what I mean? If I can do this, then I can do anything. It's not what you're doing, it's why you're doing it, bro. Just to say you did it, so you can make your parents proud. So you could tell yourself you did it. Why does yourself care? Why can't yourself see what you've done for yourself? because all it sees is what you do for others. Or maybe it doesn't even see that. And I don't know who else is catching this, because this is what we do at a high level. We reflect back pain and healing between me and all my 12, and it's fucking annoying. It was painful to see you like that. Even if you didn't, you know what I mean? You have to drag the whole fucking family around everywhere to feel secure. But they don't. It did it again, and I don't know where it lost it. Every time I try to have this conversation with this boy, it fucking blocks it out. That's what's happening in these videos that you're missing. Me talking about Russ on deep levels in every single one. It's a synchronicity. In every single video that I keep going deep about Russ, the video gets cut off. God's really trying to get me to work with the healing of Russ. He's coming pretty close, and yesterday I'm just like, I'm just going to fucking wet the mountain. I'm going to piss all over him. I'm not going up that mountain. He's not going to make it up there either. That's how I feel about it. It's like, are you going to see him? No, I'm going to fucking totally blow the biggest storm over that mountain where he'll electrocute himself even stepping out there and touching anything. That's how I feel about it. As Bobby says, your feelings always change. And that's what I said in my car. If my salvation depends on this fucking relationship with this guy, I'm going to end up having to repeat this. Or you're going to have to add more time on the clock, because this is not working, bro. I don't respect him. We are no closer, dude. All I'm doing is being kinder to other people. I'm using this power on other people, but it's nearly impossible. They say nothing's impossible. I'm telling you. Like, why are you so mean to him? It's not even mean, bro. And that's what I said earlier when I was talking to a girl at work. I was like, I'm not nice. I'm kind. I'm pretty mean. I'm pretty mean, but I'm kind, and I'm compassionate, and I'm understanding, and I know how to be Christ-like. But I am very mean and direct and assertive. I'm bossy. I'm controlling. You know what I mean? I'm serious. Like, I don't deny what I am. You know what I mean? And it's like, if this isn't, and that's what I said. I said it before they made that decision yesterday. They were like, I was panicking. I had a panic mode. No, you're the fuck. You ain't gonna send me there. And then I had to stand back and it's like, all right, can you do it? And the words that came out of my mouth is, I can do this, but this is how it's got to be. And if it's not like this isn't right for me. Because I cannot just lower my standards. It has nothing to do with the company. And that's how it is, too. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm truthful. So when they asked me to show respect to Russ, I'm like, or Marshall, or Logic, and I went into it all. Or fucking Kanye, or fucking Lewis, or fucking Mike Stud over there. Fucking all of them, dude. I'm like, I can't fake this. I can't pretend that I'm behind you and what you do. That I respect what you do. I don't. I don't. And in the back of my head, it's like, you know, you overdid it, dude. You worked way too hard for that award. So yeah, I'll fucking, you know, if anybody was more deserving of it. But I don't respect that kind of work ethic. And I definitely don't like you're doing the alley over there. I definitely, you know, looking back, I was going to follow something similar to your fucking blueprint. And I don't respect it. No more than fucking Lewis trying to fucking put people in fucking rocket ships and telling them he's giving them a fucking opportunity of a lifetime. What, to die? To compete? To be formulated? To be insecure? To have no life? To fucking what? To be a test dummy for the world to see? To have money you can't spend, no relationships, to sit there on a fucking rocket ship all the fucking time, flying around the world. Oh, and that's right, you made this a girl sport too. Every girl wants to fly around on a rocket ship every weekend. losing to other girls. That sounds great. That sounds like what we really want to do is sit around losing to other girls. Why the crowd makes us, roots us on or boos us out. So very Colosseum-like, I don't respect confirmation. So I'm supposed to be doing a full moon reading. On a full moon, you're full of a lot of shit. I said this morning I was really sick. What happened? I did an intense reading last night of what love is and where it comes from and how I love these men. But, in the essence, how I don't like them. It looks like I love the shit out of him, right? I can't stand that motherfucker, bro. I can't stand him. But you'll watch, for 3 years, I've done nothing but love him and show him love and cry for him and hurt for him and everything for him. But I can't stand that motherfucker. I mean, seriously, I can't stand his family. I can't stand shit. I wanted to see him. That would have been great. I wanted to see his ass put on a little girl shirt and dance around on TikTok. I would have bought a ticket to that show. He's a whole fucking... I mean, I don't. Is there anyone you hate more? In the essence, I hate this fucking twin flame journey. I motherfucking hate it. I told you the story about Bobby last night. That's terrible. Isn't that a fucking horrendous story? Oh shit, and then there's Russ. Which one gets worse? I don't know. The story goes on, dude. I mean, for how long? Till one of them die, because I can't. Which means none of us are, and I just gotta sit through this bullshit with these losers. Ugh. Kanye's gonna be out here showing his ass for how many more fucking years? Begging to get back into any industry. Not being a father. This is disgusting. We're giving awards to fucking failing fucking lifestyles, bro. Fucking Kendrick Lamar. Royce was at the Kendrick Lamar show yesterday. Bitch bought a ticket. This bitch bought a ticket like he don't know a nicka. Like, you gotta literally sit and support it. You gotta be a show. You're like a fan at his show. I don't know an artist in this world that I would buy a ticket and stand in front of you and praise you motherfuckers. That was the whole point of this conversation to begin with. I ain't buying a ticket to Russ's shit, not nobody's. Marshall, if he sent me one, otherwise, bitch, don't be humble. Get the fuck up out of my spot. This is my house. You want me to buy a ticket for your fucking clown show? That's what it is. You're my entertainer. You're my gesture. You're here to put on a show for me. Who am I going to pay to see put on a good clown show? Not Kendrick Lamar. Fucking Juneteenth. This is my soul tribe. The biggest lot of losers. The 12 bench warmers is what I've called them since the beginning. Plus 2. Who were they? Well, we discovered one of the 2. Who is it? Wolfman. He was never part of this. He's set apart. Still a mirror, but not so attachable. Ugh. Who's the other one? Who cares? They're all losers, obviously. There ain't no winner in none of this. You know who wins? I win. Why? I go over and I claim all their darkness, which is their disgusting behaviors, and I make light of it and show the world how not to be them and how to transmute dirty energy like them and be better. And we use them as these whole dirty tampon healings. You know what I mean? This is the tampon. Squeeze the tampon. You know what I mean? We show you how to pull it out your butt so that you can, not have toxic shock syndrome running through your body like these losers. Yeah, I called you a tampon douchebag. I mean, what's worse than that? I don't know. They have these period cups. You're just sitting there sucking it up. Fucking your prostate cancer fucking tubes. I don't know what to say. I don't respect any of you. Why? Because of what you do, bro. I'm supposed to respect Kendrick Lamar and his win over Drake. You didn't win, bitch. You just threw a big fit. And everybody supported your fit and they gave you an award for your fit. You're not fit for fucking duty, bro. You're gonna take a shit every time somebody touches your feelings. Send him my way. I really want to fuck with him and his bitch. Let me hurt their feelings. Let's see them act a fool. Me and Christ and the whole divine will sit there and watch me push your buttons and you act a whole human fool. And we'll sit there with your ancestors like, you done raised this? This is your bloodline? This is your chosen one? This is how you raise, this is your whole family line? It all lined up to this motherfucker right here? This motherfucker right here? Oh, hell nah. These are not our black leaders. Hell nah, no way. Not today. On Juneteenth, you're gonna go and discriminate and hate on a black man in Los Angeles where they're protesting equality. Shut the fuck up. Burn it down. Burn it down. Anyways, and then you got Royce. You fucking hopscotching little bitch. You ain't got no loyalty up in your DNA. Like you team fucking Kendrick. You buy a ticket to that bitch's show. You better never fucking be seen with Drake, you fucking hood hopper. Ugh, can't stand you niggas, dude. Ain't nothing faker than a motherfucking rapper out in this bitch. Ugh, industry ass hoes. Watch them, dude, on their little TikToks and shit. Their little fucking... I love my boys. I'm so glad that I'm attached to real men from the real, you know... I can't. This is real love and hip hop. See, I got the wives of Atlanta over here. I can't stand you guys. Anyways, no, I don't. No. And the award goes to every other loser just like you. That's what I said. God, if you expect me to fucking... This is... No, I will not respect the dumb... I'll love him. I don't respect him. Why are you with him? Because God said, dude, it's a... I don't like him. I don't like him. I can't stand him. It was an arranged marriage, but God. Is there anything you like about Russ? Alright, come on. This is how we build ourselves up. This is how we take darkness. You see that? That was the Kanyen. Let's find something that we like about... Come on. How am I going to do that in the dark space of where I am right now? All I see is what I don't like. Alright, sort through that. Find something you like about Russ. Oh, God, I don't like anything about you. I'll work on it. Let's continue on our moon reading. Really? I don't think so. I love you fully, but I don't fucking like you at all. Really? I'll think about it. If there was something, it's not available now. I would probably end up saying I'm in love with the old you. Or an old part of me is in love with you. I don't know. This is disgusting. I'm really... what are we doing today? I don't know. I have a new witch book that we never got into. Where did I get it from? I don't know. It just kind of sums up being a witch. Then I got the moon book. This is all... These are some stupid ass, let's watch the moon every night kind of type bitches. Such a cunt. I mean, it's every type of moon. Dude, they study the moon a lot. Why? They wrote a whole ass book on it, dude. McCoy. Hey, you see this? You'll see this emblem on a lot of spiritual books. Why? I guess there's only certain people that print them. Then we're gonna pull out the big old Wiccan fucking encyclopedia about some moon shit. Where should we get started? I don't know. Let's start with the new book. Why? Because it's new. It's new. I turned down a page. Turned down for what? Because it was in the moon shit. Again, every witch does moon magic, bro. We work with the cycles of the moon. When I first met Wolfman, this motherfucker was doing opposites. He didn't even know how to... He said that on the full moon you were supposed to be doing, oh God, new moon rituals. This is a perfect time to be doing abundance, and I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, but it wasn't right. I was like, I don't book you're reading, bro, but that's in none of my books, as I see the wolf moon in January. I hate you. Alright, is there anything you like about Wolfman? Yeah, I could list some things. I like him on the outside. There's some stuff on the outside. When he starts talking, he's kind of idiotic to me. Why? Because he's thinking before he speaks. He does too much of that. It's pre-recorded. It's curated. He's like, he wants to sound smart. And then it doesn't sound smart, and he tries to sound smart to clean it up. It's kind of... I don't like it. I'd rather you sound stupid. I like watching Logic. He'll like drool out of his... That was very unright, but that was live. He doesn't try. He knows he has to do it, and he doesn't try, he'll just do it. And whatever comes out is what it is. He might try again, but it's not really getting any better. That's because he's not really caring. And that's okay. Some things you just gotta do. You just do it. You don't have to put your whole back up it. When Logic tries to advertise some shit. Hey guys, I got a book, and you should read it. And this is where you can buy it. And check it out. Like, I'm not gonna, read off of a script, and I hope this comes out okay. Like, pretty much. Like, no, dude, these guys want to, like, really make, sell the product. What are you selling me right now? I feel like I'm on an infomercial in the middle of the night, QVC, and I'm about to change the channel. I don't even know what the product is, and I'm not about to call you. I'm hilarious, aren't I? Alright, let's get into this full moon. What do you need? You need some water. I need to go get a bottle of water. I have one in the refrigerator. What are you going to do? You're going to put the water outside under the full moon. Okay? What are you going to do with the water afterwards? You're going to leave it there as long as your Holy Spirit says. Could be an hour. You could forget about it and have to come get it early in the morning, and which is funny too. They might wake you up in the middle of the night just to force you out to get the water. It's pretty fun stuff. If you don't want to put it outside and you're like, yeah, you go outside because I'm a scary bitch and I live in the ghetto. Okay, maybe you do. Watch me. I'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning walking around this building doing a fucking banishment burn because somebody asked me to. At 3, I hope I do it before then, but it could happen whenever it happens, whenever the time is ripe. Anyways, you're going to put the moon or the water outside and let it cook under the moon for as long as your spirit says. Then put the date, or you could just put Strawberry Moon 2025, because they're always the same. It'll be the same fucking moon next year. If you don't use it right away, and we'll decide later what you're going to do with it, you can save it for later, and you can relive these moments through that water. Imagine Harry Potter, right? And he took a little vial of something, a memory, and he poured it in the water, right? He poured a liquid into the water, and they could look back in time at this memory. Something similar to that. We can capture the energy of this time in that water and in the moon. Really? Yeah. So that's intense. I have a bunch of them all over the place. The last ones I did are the ones that are up here. I think that's the last one. No, maybe that was 2 moons ago. They come pretty fast. But I have these waters up here. Where the fuck are the waters? Oh, they're back here, under my Lilith. Which ones are these ones? Oh my god, I fucked up the whole altar. Yep, sure did, because I have offerings and shit. What's all that shit? Damn, I dropped everything. I hope I didn't drop Christ. Well, at least Christ stands there. I'll come save you in a minute. These waters were very particular to me. I took these waters. I was guided. I think it was the full moon in Libra. Yeah, pretty much. I was guided to go up to Idaho Springs, and we have the hot springs, which are built inside of these caves. This is water, hot spring water, natural water that, sulfur water from inside of the caves. I went in and I stole a couple vials. I took those vials and I charged them. So this is not only healing water, spring healing water from inside of the mountain, but they're also charged under the full moon of Libra. No shit, these are powerful. These are very powerful, right? So I keep them locked up. And then outside of it, when I came out, there was stream water that was coming from in Idaho Springs. There's a beautiful waterfall, and the water runs through it, through the town. This one's kind of dirty. You can see I got it out of the stream. It's got some dirt in it. I also charged this one too. This was the outside water outside of the mountain that was running outside. This was inside. When I brought these, dude, they were so hot. The water inside gets to 104 degrees. I told you, it was my first time there, and this lady collapsed when she came out of the baths. She was in the locker room, and she just collapsed over. I was like, oh, shit. I keep them in this cool bag that my father-in-law gave me. He went to Mexico, and he had just some leftover stuff, and he was trying to, my kids always get people's trash. They're like, oh, give them something we don't use. So they gave it to us, not knowing that, Viva la Mexico. So this really came from it. All of my stuff really came from somewhere, and it really has meaning to it, and I can carry that meaning with me as I travel. Inside of it, I bought this mirror. This is the second thing you're going to do. I have a couple of these. I have one in my purse. I have one wrapped up in one of my ritual bags that's really dangerous. What are you going to do? You're going to charge the mirror. I'm not going to open it because it's charged. I bought this mirror. I couldn't help not buying it. I just loved it the second I got it. I was so attracted to it. Feels like it's just amazing. I charged the mirror. What do? You put that under the moon too. And you want it to have a lid on it. It has to have a lid on it. I have other ones that I bought from the dollar store. It's just a little tiny red one with a little clip. I charged that one. And then you want to keep that away too. I don't do mirror magic, but I have 3 of them already charged, ready to go. I don't do mirror magic, but they're ready for it when I need them. What do we need them for? Let's hope we don't know, because I don't play with mirror magic. What's on the other side of the mirror? They're portals, bro. I've seen like shit, like when I open this mirror, something crawls out of it and attacks what's in front of me. Seriously? Uh-huh. I don't do mirror magic. I don't look in the mirror. I don't play with the mirror. I gotta get the freaking ascending masters that fell. I can't just leave them on the ground. I'll literally forget. I won't. And they're like, you know you wouldn't. I'd notice they weren't there. Because they've always been there. Really? Pretty much for a long time since I got into the light. These motherfuckers don't never leave the fucking altar. I put up different versions of myself, and usually the goddesses during the seasons that we're going through. So like right now we're in Fortuna, which is Wheel of Fortune, which is loss and, you know, detachment. I'm sure a lot of you are going through that bullshit. Alright, let's get on to our moon magic. So you're going to need that, and I told you how to do those. Okay? You're going to want to take a bit, you're going to want to take a bath, a spiritual bath tonight with your candles, and then of course if you have anything strawberry, I had strawberry body salt last time, which was cool. So you just rub it all over yourself and scrub yourself with body salt, strawberry salt, and then wash it off and stuff. We had strawberry shortcakes. That was great. If you just want to honor it, bring the spirit that's outside inside. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So let's go on to our moons. New moon magic. This is a time used for personal growth, healing, and blessing new projects or ventures. It's also a good time to consecrate new tools and objects if you wish to use, or that you wish to use during rituals, ceremonies, and upcoming festivals. Oh yeah, then there's that. Lumen moon, that's another thing too. You need to know which videos are for you. So Lumen Moon shared a video. I didn't watch it. I just read it and I was like, that's not for me. The video was like, you have a cursed item you need to get rid of. I was like, that's not for me. Why? Because I'm the light. Anything cursed you give to me, I wash. I take the curse with me. I take all darkness with me. Really? Yeah, I take your dark feelings too. It's some bullshit. But in the essence, that's not for me. And that's what they're talking about if you have ritual tools and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So if you... Most practitioners, they have to clean all of their shit, and they do that under the full moon too. Good point. Okay, yeah, I don't have to do that. I am the light. I always laugh at people. They're like, you want me to clean it for you? Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and scrub the toilet. I'll just sit here and watch, because I already know that the second I touch it. And that's that Midas touch. It's the same thing as healing. I am the light. So if I put my hand upon it, I heal it, whether it be a person, place, or thing. And in essence, I told you my aura heals a 3-mile radius just on its own without projection. So I'm like, oh, let me clean that. Done. I just have to say it, and it's done. Think it, and it's done. So for the rest of them, though, all you practitioners, you'll take your, all of your, whatever, your stones or whatever you use, your oils, anything that you use, your altar stuff, and you'll set it out in the moon. I've done when I did that in Wisconsin, as soon as I got to Wisconsin, I started showing her my stones, and then all of a sudden she was guided to bring out, she brought out like 30 loads of stones. We set them out on a blanket all in the sun and let them sun cleanse all her stones that were inside of her house. She didn't know to do so. And that's it. So this is a good time. That's a good time for, cleaning your shit. On the new moon, okay, waxing moon, first quarter moon. Between the new and the full moon is a period of the waxing moon. This is a time that is used for attraction magic, love spells, protection, healing energy for couples. I don't know why you guys do this, bro. As somebody that can't stand being in these love situations, I don't know why you would fucking do it. Why would you do a spell and call it into your life? Why would you call this into your life? Why would you call in love into your life? Jesus Christ. I don't know. I think you're calling in lust. I don't know what you're getting out of this. This is terrible. I can't understand why people use love spells. Dude, you don't want... When you're ready to fall in love, it's still going to be too much for you. Don't force that shit, bro. Don't force that. Don't force. Oh, God, that's a force I don't fuck with. I just made a whole video about it. It's not even yours to fuck with, bro. You're calling in disaster is what you're calling in. You're calling in, I guess, same as me. I mean, because I am magic, so what am I doing? I'm calling in love, but what I'm calling in is the challenge of what it takes to have real love. So every time you call in love, you're calling in a new challenging relationship to challenge your love skills. Not necessarily mean you're going to be loved right. Can you love someone right? It's all about what you can do, not what they can do for you. Oh, I can't stand this. It's the whole twin flame. It's like, it's not about me loving them to the extreme doesn't make them love me. It doesn't change them at all. You must understand this. We're not being Christ-like so that people love us, so that they like us, so that they give us attention and they're kind to us. We're being Christ-like because that's what it's called, and it's the hardest thing to be like, and not liked for being that. Really? Really? A love spell, bro. Just the sound of it. So it reeks of absolute desperation. I can understand, and even in the beginning, I have some things that I used where I would bring in abundance. I have this pay me oil that I got from the witch's cupboard, and I had some something else that I used with it. I mixed the two together. I have a blend that I can put together when I'm feeling down and I need to call in some financial help. But that was before, when I thought I needed to do such things, where I needed to execute power. Instead, I put the power in my belief in God, so I don't have to do so much work on it. We can do it, right? Meaning, like, can you help me figure out my finances? Can you help me, come up with something? What am I going to do first? I'm going to cleanse you of whatever's, making you so desperate for finances. And then I'm going to make you believe that God is going to come in. And you're going to believe it, and then all of a sudden He'll show up. And that'll start your relationship with God. But ultimately, all I'm going to cleanse off is this belief system that thinks that you're not worthy or you're not receiving. You're in a place where you can't see that you're worthy and receiving because you can't see it. I need to clear the window so you can see I am worthy, it is coming, and nothing will fail it. And once you believe it, then it's there. But right now you're not believing it, so you're not receiving it. The power of manifestation, if you will, but you have to be manifesting with the right intention. The right intention is not, I can do this. Because we can't. We are so unbelievably limited within our flesh. That's what sucks about being a goddess in the flesh. I can, but then I'm going against God when this is His, I have the power. But I'd rather give Him the power and let Him do His wonders instead of me using my power and wondering what's going to happen for going against Him or forcing Him. And in the beginning, it was more about learning my power and learning that I could do this learning magic. You can use magic to do such things. My first spell I ever did, my first burn, I made an unbelievable love spell. And I didn't tell anyone about it until after it was burning. And everybody was afraid. What love spell did she do? And I said it was the divine feminine love spell. It was like we had to break the curse off the masculine so that the masculine energy could fall in love again. It wasn't an individual person. It was for all masculine energy, myself included, so that we could fall in love again. All of us that were hard in our head, we could open our hearts. It's an unbelievable one. I've had to do it a couple times throughout the U.S. And that's it too. Do you understand, as I explained the weather patterns, why I must go to the top of the mountain and burn this, and how that smoke will be carried through the energy lines, like I tell you all the time? It catches the energy lines and it travels around. They carry my blessings through the whole planet. Just a little bit of smoke. That's all I gotta do. And so, going back to it, yeah, we can We can sit there and manipulate some energy. Meaning what? We can put a radar. That's what energy is. What does that mean? Turn up your attraction levels so that it comes to you. But what's the best way to come to you? Belief. You have to believe it's coming. Put your belief in that it's coming. Alright, now how do you really win? You put your belief in something that doesn't fail. God. If you believe in Him, He can't fail you. You have to start testing these teachings, guys. You got to start testing the waters. I'm not saying you're going to walk on water right away, but you got to believe you can. And it's not you, because that's where I want you to understand. The second you put your foot on that ground, you know you're going to fall. So you don't look down. You look at Him. All right, God said I can do it. God said I can do it. God said I can do it. God said I can. You're not looking at your steps. You're just walking, looking at God. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And before you knew it, you're walking on water. Not because you're seeing what you're doing, but because you're not looking at what you're doing. You're looking at God and just letting Him guide you. You don't even realize that you haven't even touched the water. You're 4 feet above it. Because you're on top, looking at Him. What does that mean? Don't look at what you can do. Don't try to make a plan. Because that's not your plan. It's not your job. You don't have to figure this all out. You just have to figure out how God works and work with Him. Again, He's not going to make you rich and shit. Unless you're going to use that money. Unless He has this plan to use you and that money to save the world. But right now, it's not about individual success. It's really not. Not right now. Right now, everybody needs to, everybody's going to need to pitch in on this one. That's really what it is, you know what I mean? I got 5 on it. Everybody come together. It's a potluck. What can you put in on this? We got to take care of, you know what I mean? The widows, the homeless, the fucking children, the fucking, you know what I mean? The veterans, everybody, that's fallen off. We need to take care of people. It's not about your individual success. Your success is only important if it means the success of others. Know that. That's when you can really walk in the chosen. You were chosen for something bigger than you. Your life is going to impact other lives. That's when your success levels get real, real high. Because they need you to, you know what I mean, go real far with this. And you can't do something like that. Every successful person will tell you is, thank God. It was God, dude. There's Kobe. God is good. It's that simple. I did the work, but without God, it wasn't going to work. And that's, you know what I mean? That's all of them sitting in jail and shit. Pac, almost dead. Everybody. We got here how? By the skin of our teeth, or because God was looking out for us? And He's got a big plan, and He's not going to, you know what I mean? He's got more for us. How many times could Lewis have died in that car? The time that Max landed on his head was one of the most crazy ones I've ever seen. You know what I mean? He cheats Steph every day, and that's because God is, you know what I mean? They'll say it's your angels, but your angels are sent by God. So, going back to this stupid shit, it's like a love spell, you're asking for trouble. Abundance, and you know what I mean? You're failing to see that God's got you. And we can work with all this. It's just insecurities. It's a lack mindset. Alright, full moon. This is a time used to banish unwanted influences in your life. It's also ideal for creating protection magic, performing divination, setting up plans, and releasing old patterns or issues. And that's what I posted. Did you see the picture? I tried to be low-key, but I couldn't, dude. I just couldn't believe it. I'm sitting in my car. I was guided to move my car to the front. Why? Because the sun was kind of on me, and I didn't want to deal with it. So now I'm in the front of the fucking driveway, and here comes baby Theodore's parents, bro. And she's carrying him like he can hold his head. I'm like, oh, God, I'm gonna die. They sit up in front of me, so I sit up and I make a sage burn, and I'm getting it together, and I'm gonna light it, and she's right in my window, bro. The mother's in my window, and she's like, can I get a cigarette from you? And I'm like, fuck. Yes. She's like, I'll get you back. I was like, I believe you will. And she sat in front of my fucking car, bro, with baby Theodore and a bottle in one hand and her smoking in the other, while her dude was, like, not doing shit. And I'm burning, and I'm like, please, just take care of him. Before that, Morgan asked me to do a banishment. There's a whole story behind that, but she said, can you go behind the building and do a banishment? I was like, you're right, I haven't done the whole building since the first day I got here. It was a full moon when I got here, and I did it the first day, and I haven't done it since. So I'll do it tonight for sure. And that's what I told her, and that's all I gotta do is, you know what I mean? It works. I remember the one at the hotel? Damn, we got rid of everyone, dude. It was great. We got rid of all the lots, all the lizards, bro. It was great. I can do them, yeah. But in essence, it's just energy, bro. And it comes back to where, you know, where it can feed off of. So, yeah, tonight's a night to, you know, push to you know, release. Why? Because we're going to be doing it in the next 15 days. You're full, and then that's what the waning is that we're going to start losing. We'll start, you know, shedding. The moon, it will start shedding light until it's the dark moon. Till there's no more of it. That's what darkness is. There's no more moon. You can't see the moon. But they also call it the new moon. Because as soon as it goes dark, just like, you know, New Year's, then the light comes back. Oh, did you see Jesus do that? I totally saw that. That was creepy. Jesus, I love you. That was creepy. You're so creepy. Do you see stuff? I see stuff too. When they move in the physical, it's creepy as fuck. Alright. Full moon magic can be conjured during 3 days before the rise of the moon, the night of the full moon, and during the 3 days afterwards. And that's why I had to do all my full banishment and all that stuff. I did all my rituals on Monday. And if you notice, I felt the adventure on Monday. I was like, we're going to the lake. We're going to the lake. And I, you know, and I had a plan. I'm putting my daughter on a boat. She's going to have fun.
Every adult fell on me when we tipped over.
But she did. And it was like, it was more adventure I wanted this adventure for her. And I just want to point out, she's a Sagittarius. My son would have never done some shit like that. He would have panicked and died out there. Like, they would have had to send someone to find his body at the bottom of the fucking... So, he would have never done that.
The girl lost her brand new glasses.
That's sad, too. Alright, now the waning. Between the full moon and the dark moon is a period of waning. Use it to banish and reject things that influence you in a negative way, letting go of negative emotions, diseases, ailments, bad habits, and performing special spells for clearing. And that's it. For the next 15 days, dude, we're going to just be letting go of shit. Really? You build up just to let go. You go with the flow. It's really like that. I've been doing this for many moons. And I tell all these bitches all the time, don't you pull that full moon magic on me. They try to pull full moon magic on me, and the whole thing I'm doing on my side is banishing. How are you gonna work? What are you working on? And that's exactly what it is. They were using manifestations and love spells and all of this shit on a full moon. Bitch, I'm banishing. What are you talking about? And you can't catch me on a new moon either. Why? Because I'm putting it in the ground. What, you gonna piss on my ground? Shut up. You don't even go to my holy lands. And I dare you to try to put foot on my holy land. Going back to Russ and his fucking bus of bullshit. Fucking fearless. Like, God isn't there. You're stupid. You're just ignorant, bro. As if that place wasn't the Holy of Holies, and you're gonna sit there and try to piss on my land with your shitty-ass low vibrational music and bring your fucking two-bit girlfriend? You think that my Holy Spirit is gonna allow such a thing? Oh, God. Okay, go on with your bad self. The devil wants to go to church. The devil wants to go to church is what they said. We're going to watch the devil walk into God's holy fucking house and see what happens. I never saw it like that. It literally is. Lucifer's going to attempt to fucking go back into the Holy Land. Dirty, full of sin, and try to drag his demons into the Holy Land with him. How do you think it's going to work? I told you I'm your only gate into heaven, you fucking hellish fucking piece of shit. And if you don't figure this out, we're both going to stay down here. And I'll laugh my way and you'll suffer, begging for man and God's love. I've got both. You've got nothing. As I said before, if my salvation depends on you, we're going to burn in hell for at least the next lifetime. I will hold your fucking head under the fucking burning fire. Idiot. It was 3 years and you haven't made one change in your life. You're the most pathetic human being that I've stuck on this planet with. You're not even human, and that's why you can't even adjust to it. Neither am I, but Jesus. I'm doing a much better job than you ever could. I have a job. I could have a boyfriend if I wanted, but who wants to look like that? Let's do some love spells. No, let's don't. fucking by a vibrator. Fucking like like a better frequency going through me. Oh God! Turn up the fucking juice. Gosh, told you. Fuck you. Can't stand you. God! I could love Lewis. I could love Ellie. I could love Bobby. I would love the shit out of fucking Marshall. I will try to love Hades over there. You bitch. Oh, bitch, please. Push the very foundation of my skin to where I will burn it. I will burn you in fucking hell. I can't stand your bitch ass, bro. Can't stand your bitch ass. There's something you like. I would like to know. If I figure it out, I'll be sure to post it, okay? Don't hold your breath. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. Alright. Let go of negative emotions. Yeah, we'll work on that for the next 15 years and 20. Dark moon magic. The dark moon period occurs 3 days before seeing the silver new moon in the sky. This is a time when you can't see the moon in any phase. Typically, no magic is performed during this period. Why? It's a time of rest. There's nothing really to work with. The moon's not breathing on you. It's a time to give yourself a break, turn inwards, and replenish your own energy. It's because you're washed out by then anyways. You're like out of everything. You're just sitting there in the outs. Vision Quest, Yoga, and Nadra, deep meditation are great in this phase to help you focus on personal matters, questions, and answers. A new moon, you sit in the dark and you wait for new fucking assignments, new missions, new seeds to plant. They always do. They give you a new idea. They give it to me all the time. You're going to do this. What gave me this? I don't know. They got a new job 3 weeks ago. They gave me a new job on the new moon. It was. I think I did the interview on the new moon, which was like the something. I don't know, 27th or something. I don't know. Who cares? Here we are. All right, here's the monthly moons. The rotation of Earth produces 13 full moons during the year, and each one has a magical name or association. It depends on where the spiritual path or tradition you follow. This one tells you all kinds of them. This one, according to her, she mixed all kinds of them. So she's got the wolf moon. We're right now in June, which is the longest night's moon. July is the mead moon, which makes sense because that's Queen Maeve in the mead. Sturgeon moon is in October. The barley moon in September. The blood moon in August. The blood moon in October. Think about that. That's funny. Oktoberfest and then yeah, that's funny. Snow moon in November, oak moon in December, and the blood moon in October, and the blue moon, 20-day cycle. The blue moon, this occurs when the full moon appears twice in the same month during its 28-day cycle, typically occurs in the months of 31 days. It is also called the goal moon and is used to set goals for your life. Use its knowledge and any mistakes you may have made and to review lessons that will help you improve your life and set new goals specifically for those issues. There's the harvest moon, moon mapping, womb moon. What the fuck is this? Code Red and your Love Lady landscape are both filled with insights. Yeah, we don't need to do all that. Pre-ovulation. Yeah, that's what I said. This lady was like, I started my period. I was like, you're on cycle. All right, here we go. Pre-ovulation is the maiden, spring, waxing. Ovulation is mother, summer, full moon. Pre-menstruation is wise and wild. That's autumn, the waning moon, right? The crone, menstruation, the crone, winter, dark moon. Dude, I knew a lady at my age. I wasn't her age when it happened, but she was like in her 40s. She thought she was having menopause. She was like 41, 42, something. She ended up being pregnant for the first time in her life. She's well alive, and her daughter, I think, is well on her way to high school and shit, and she's not, like, old and shriveled up in a wheelchair or nothing. But yeah, she thought she was having fucking menopause, and she got pregnant. And I was like, that's a crazy story. It's like none of your eggs, it was the last egg that mattered. You literally blew, you know what I mean? went through fucking a lifetime of eggs and none of them hit till the very last one. And that's all it takes is one, bro. It's scary as fuck. Anyways. Well. There goes under your moon cycle. Alright, what else is in this bullshit? I am a force of nature. She goes into all kinds of stuff. It's cool. We were just reading about the moon magic. Let me tell you some more on this one. Advanced natural magic. Nope. No mirror magic. Waxing moon. Nope. We need full moon. Full moon! Let's see. We're not building a... They're not going to fly a broom, so we'll move off of that. Astral projection and making the flying ointment. You're probably not. Assisting in childbirth. Probably not doing that. Fertility magic. Scrying with the moon mirror. See, this is what it tells you. It's in multiple books that I have, where you take it and you charge it and you keep it hidden in a protective pouch. I have them all over. I showed you. Let's see. Many persons who have difficulty using eyes closed methods to visit past lives, such as dream work or guided meditation, often find success with eyes open method using the moon mirror. I don't do that, but that could be another thing. Like scrying, this exercise works best at night. Find a dark place you have only enough light to make out your own reflection on the mirror's surface. Close your eyes for a moment and allow... Oh, that could be scary. Moving on. Why? Who knows who you were before this and what part of your life you'll go into? Meaning what? Oh, man. I don't know. Memories of the past lives are hard to watch. They're weird. I mean, when I go back to the Egyptian times, I mean, all of them, they suck ass. It's weird. I don't know. It's the same as going back into memories of this life. It's like, you can get caught up there for a while. But in the essence, it's like, it's weird to come back to the here and now. It makes your life have no meaning. I don't know, maybe I had amazing lives before this life. So it's like, ugh, this is where I'm at now. This is where my lives led me. Damn it. You guys are wasting this life too. This is shit. We have no power in this life. We don't even... What? I don't know. I mean, it makes sense for me as a reincarnation of Lilith. You know, it's not a new life. It's just a reincarnated life. I have to relive that life because, you know, there was too much to be done. But going back to it, and that's where these people are talking about your Akashic records. Mr. Plum had did it not knowingly. It wasn't until I told him. He woke up in the middle of the day. It's in my videos somewhere. It would be in my YouTube videos because I was on YouTube by the time I was back over there. I was recording on YouTube. I just made the switch. It's way back there. Probably a year ago is when I did this. It was in May when I made the switch. He has this dream. You'll have to go back and it'll say something about past lives. And it'll be about a year ago. He has a dream and it's so vivid. And it's not a dream. He has this... He's reliving that he is and he knows the actual name of this soldier. He's a particular soldier during the Russian War. And he's helping he has all the verbiage. He knows exactly what it's called. And I don't want to fuck this up. But he's like, he knows his position and that's what he's called it. He knows the name of this mission. He's going in to get them. And he knows exactly where he is. He sees himself in the building and they're fighting him. He says they go to step out and there's a huge explosion and he wakes up. And he tells me the story and I tell him, Mr. Plum, I am almost positive that was your last life that you were reliving. And I took him back into my room where all of those war books are. He has every fucking book in history about that war and every other fucking war in life. But especially that one. When he thought he was dying, when they diagnosed him with cancer, he cashed out his 401k and he wanted to, before he died, he wanted to go back, he wanted to go to Russia. He took his sister and they went and saw things. He was driven to do that. He had to go back to wherever, you know what I mean? That's where he was driven to. So he tells me this dream. I said, Mr. Plum, I'm sure that was your last life. And when you exploded, you woke up here in a new life. You saw the end. I was like, you know where it is. I was like, if you went there in this life, you'd get the rest of the memories. But there's no rest. It ended there. nothing happened after that. You know how you died. You saw it. There's this memory that I have of a past life with Royce and Logic. I'm not allowed to give the details of what part of history this is. Why? Because we play an intricate role that we weren't supposed to play, and that's why we're stuck here reliving it. We won't be able to get our hands dirty. We can't this time. But we're sitting in a forest around a fire, and our hearts are heavy, and we don't know what to do. If we don't act, our people will die. But we know our orders are not to act. We're just supposed to monitor. We're just supposed to witness. We're not supposed to act. We're on the outside. And it's not that we're government agents. No, this is so far back in time that we are out there fucking with fucking loincloths, basically. Right? We're out there around the fire. And we're not supposed to get in this. But it hurts us because we know what's going to happen next come daylight. We know. And we've been protecting these people and watching these people since this whole thing began. And something happens overnight, or not, we sit there under the fire and we just like, we sit there like we don't know, we have to accept this fate worse than death. And then something happens. And the next memory I have is it's Logic. Logic comes running through the woods. He said, run, run, run. And we'll just start running. And you look back and everything is on fire. Everything is on fire. Wherever we were watching, whatever we were watching over, the whole thing goes completely in flames. The whole thing goes completely in flames. And that's where the memory ends. We're running through it, and the memory ends, and we weren't supposed to do that. That's all I know is we weren't, and it was him that did it, but we were cursed for whatever happened. I don't know what he did. It's hidden in his memories, and I bring this up to him all the time. This is the memory. Do you guys remember the memory? What did you do, Logic? What did you do that cursed us? He did the right thing. I can feel it in my heart. He did what we couldn't. He broke the rules. He rebelled like we couldn't. But when he did it, he cursed us. It's just a memory of a past life, and that's why I'm like, they're weird. You can't see where it goes. I can't even tap into the Morgan other than, battles. I can't see where the life ended. And that's all you got to go to is that ending. You want to get to the ending to see what was I supposed to do. We could literally pull up, and that's why people want to get in your Akashic records and stop your destiny. They don't know. I mean, how are you going to stop all of these destinies? You think I'm on one course? And that's where it shifts. It's like, well, Lilith was here to, Lilith was here to have a man and have children. So we'll just stop her from having a man and having children. That wasn't just Lilith's destiny, dipshit. You're trying to stop all of their destinies. It carried on through all of my lives. What I didn't do in that life carried on. And it cursed my lives because Lilith was cursed. She wasn't. So then when I go and, Horus was cursed. Ganesh was cursed. The children of Lilith were cursed, whether I was Lilith or I was another, So in essence, it's like whatever you did in those contracts are still to play out. You can tap into you can find out what you're here to do, or you can just realize that the things they're pushing you to that you're most afraid of is what you're here to do. These things, bro, that God asked you to do, to be so brave that you just can't do it. Do that and you'll see your Akashic record play out. It's much better to do it that way, where you can see that this is something I didn't do in my other life. It's better than looking back at how you couldn't do it in that life and how you can't do it in this life either. It's better just to do it and see that you did it, rather than look at a huge list of shit you didn't do. Just go through life and do the shit you think you can't do. It's not about being like Lewis and, learning how to fucking, ride a wave and jump out of a plane and shit like that. That's all competitive, bro. He meets a fucking surfer that's all cool and he wants to be like them. You know what I mean? That's all competitive, the way that LILITH does it. I'm talking about when your heart is telling you to do something and you're terribly afraid. Those are the moments. And that's what it comes down to, my twin flames. I couldn't stand up to them in other lives. We had unfinished business. I had to take back my power, powers I had given them in other lives. Positions, you know, promises, things that, you know, karma I created myself, for myself with them in other lives, had to be replayed in this life so I could clear this karma. I can't leave this existence with karma. It holds you down. You have to clear out, your desk. There's a bunch of sticky notes. I'll get to that one day. You can't leave that there. Nobody else is going to do it. I have to get to it. So there's a bunch of sticky notes throughout time that you said one day, come and get this. No, the next life I'll take care of that. I'll do that in the next life. I'll do that in the next life. I don't want to do it. So now here's all of my sticky notes. Some of you can wait more lifetimes. You have eternity to do whatever the fuck you put on that list. I've been here for eternity, since the beginning of time. I had to wait till the end of time to finish it. But that's what the end of time means. So I had to go through all this time to just finally finish off my checklist of the shit I didn't do in other lives. It's bullshit. Which is what? Happily ever after? Oh God. You guys want it. Oh God, I've been running from this my whole life. Every life. You really want this shit? Go ahead. Let me see how that works out for you. I've been watching this fearfully since the beginning of time, with no desire to be part of this bullshit. Don't get me wrong, Lilith had many lovers. Lilith loved everyone, and everyone loved Lilith. But I wasn't like, I'm not gonna settle down and, you know, play wifey to your bitch ass. You could say it's a Sagittarius. I think it's just how God made me. Like, no, I'm not gonna settle for shit. I'm not settling. Are you coming with me or not? Okay, then I gotta go. Alright, going back to your full moon magic. Moon bathing, purification rites. In many ritual traditions, it is prerequisite to purify oneself in some manner before performing religious rites, touching sacred objects, or approaching the deities. I tell you, the fucking baptisms are an important thing, where you wash yourself of your sins, or at least your energy, and your dirty ass armpits and your vagina and ass crack that's been sweating all day in this summer weather. I don't give a fuck where you are. If you haven't changed your underwear today, please do so. And you should wash it before putting on a new pair, because that smell is going to be in your new underwear. Really? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And if you're a female, you should be wearing a panty liner if you're going to take those underwear off and show them to somebody. Yeah, because you're sweating. Why? Because that's what happens in the cracks of life. They absorb moisture. You acting like you're not out there a sweaty ass cunt is so gross. Bath. You need a bath. Please and thank you. Please. Please and thank you. How many times? At least once a day in this kind of weather, bro. And I would say not at the end of the day when you're going to go and, you know, mess around. At the beginning of the day before you go outside and mess around. And make sure you smell good before you mess around. In the middle of the day when you can smell that you smell like as hot as outside, it'd be really great if you just washed yourself off and changed your clothes again. And be fresh for the rest of the day. And you know, the rest of the day is going to make you dirty, so you might want to do it again before you crawl in bed. Otherwise, you're going to bring that sweaty ass vagina and armpits and roll them all over. And your fucking ball sweat, guys, your swass, your sweaty ass is going to be rolling all over your sheets. How often do you change your sheets? You're going to crawl into yesterday's sweaty sheets? Or these are 3 week...
Flip your bed every 5 months.
And there's 3-week-old sheets on your bed right now? You've been sweating in your bed for 3 weeks? Yeah, cleanliness is godliness, guys. I'm serious about it. I can't do it. I'm going to throw up. Paganism shares this history and today still has advocates for purification rites, usually performed prior to Sabbath and Sabbaths, and before any magic or inner world exploration. Purification is the dual effect of not only cleaning away any negativity that may be clinging to you, but also, like any ritual preparation, alerting your deep mind to the fact that some profound change is about to take place. And that's it. You get dressed. You know, you should have a ritual of showering before you go somewhere important, getting ready. You make this ritual. I'm getting ready. For what? To be fresh. My kids don't go anywhere, but I tell them they have to be fresh every day. I have to teach my teenagers that. What is it about teenagers, bro? Ugh. Anyways, it's like, yeah, I know nobody's seeing you, but God sees you, and you know what I mean? Just sitting there, you're sweating, bro. Quit playing around. I don't care. Just sitting there. How many times have you scratched your sweaty balls? Really? Yes, dude. Your underwear are rubbing in between your butt cheeks, if you're wearing them. If you're not, then you're literally just sweating on your fucking pants, and that's not something I want to smell either. Pagan purification rites often utilize water charged under the moon as a cleansing source. To gather your own full moon water, you will need a cup or bowl or chalice of silver, or else a piece of silver coinage or jewelry to toss in the bottom of a non-silver vessel. I've never done any of the silver shit. I just get a bottle of water. The first one, I'm not lying. Okay, the first one at Mr. Plum's, it was a big bucket of water. I just filled it up. It was a big pot of water, and I put it outside. Mr. Plum had just bought me some roses for Mother's Day, and it was really special to me because nobody had bought me flowers. So I took some of those roses, and I put them in the water, and I charged it under the full moon. The next morning, I strained the water and poured it into a bath, and I took a bath in it. If you use non-silver container, glasses, whatever, or in a window, there can absorb, alright, on the night of the full moon, set a chalice outside or in a window where it can absorb the lunar rays. After a few hours of exposure, it could be well charged and ready to use. Before taking the water to your ritual site, hold it securely in your non-dormant hand, or dominant hand, while placing the other hand over the top. Visualize your hand as two poles of energy field, sending your own personal power through the water. Finish empowering the liquid with such words as, and it comes with the incantation, by the silver light of Lady Moon, by my hand I will soon sure, or so sure, by all that's holy, true, and strong, I bid you cleanse me pure. I don't know. There are two ways to purify yourself with water, by anointing your body at select spots, or by taking a moon bath. Alright? And that's it. For the former, you will need to decide ahead of time just where your body you wish to anoint yourself. All traditions vary configurations. In Central Asia and India, the places are usually the 7 chakra points. In the Celtic tradition, purification points are most often involved the forehead, lower stomach, and feet, also called the threefold blessing. In the Saxon and many Gardenian paths, purification is done through the feet and the hands and the forehead, and sometimes between the breasts, so the points roughly resemble a pentagram. Other traditions allow for solitary rites of purification. Traditions and roots of Far Eastern Asia usually sponge bath the entire body with holy water, and those from Africa and Middle East wash only the hands and the feet in purification rites. These cultures and rites and what did they say about Jesus? They washed his feet, correct? These purifications, what did it say? In these cultures, the rites are usually administrated by a priest or priestess. Regardless of which point they choose, many modern eccentric pagans like to take a sip of the water after to fulfill imaginary of having the purifying energy come with one of themselves. I have holy water. Where do I get mine? From Mother Cabrini Shrine. Comes straight out of the ground. And it's been known, do the research, it's been known to heal people. People go for that water. It's already known as anointed healing water. I take a water bottle and I say the prayer into it, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I speak it into the bottle and I put the water straight in after I speak it. Then me again, I am the light, so I'm speaking the light into the bottle. And those are the waters I'll use under full moons too. I have a big huge jug of it, a couple different jugs of it that I carry in my car, and I have a chalice of it, speaking of which I'll take a drink right now. I can't, it's underneath everything. I'll just get one out of my trunk. In the essence, I keep that. Those are my holy waters. They're healing waters. These waters that I just showed you, those would be holy waters. They're literally called healing waters from the freaking inside of the caves of the world. You know what I mean? It's the Indian healing waters. Go look it up. So that's how that is as far as holy waters and shit. I tell you that that's part of it. I always tell you that baptisms are part of, you know, you're going to have to be baptized. And we're going to have a huge bath, not a bathhouse, but a baptism station, right? Like an open pool that's always, you know what I mean, we're pouring oils and stuff into. Really? Mm-hmm. I'm seeing the River Jordan. That's nice. All right. Dip your fingers into the water, blah, blah, blah. Tells you how to purify yourself. Showing all these cool, you know, stuff like that and all that good stuff. I'm going to stop there. I told you how to use the full moon. Here we go. Full moon in Sagittarius. Moon in Sagittarius, a masculine fire sign, makes us all philosophers and places us in the frame of mind to deal with issues of humanity, peace, and the right of the universe. And it's at the forefront, right? With everything that's going on with the ice and all of this, the protests. We're in the middle of Pride Month. We're in Men's Mental Health Month. All of this deals with issues of humanity, peace, and the right way of the universe. Sagittarius is a sign of the non-conformist, an excellent time to experiment with new spells and ritual methods. Because of the optimistic nature, challenges are often accepted during this transition, making it a good time to work magic for more elusive things in your life. Sagittarian correspondents are the horse, tin and aluminum, holly and all-berry trees, the liver, the hips, the upper legs, and Wednesday. What's today? Wednesday. Isn't that cool? Yeah. The next one will be the full moon in Capricorn. That's a feminine earth sign. We'll go back between feminine. That's how it works. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Then it'll go to the masculine air sign. Then it'll go to a feminine water sign. And then it'll go back to, I guess we'll start over. It'll go to the masculine fire sign, then the feminine earth sign, then the masculine air sign, then the feminine water sign, then the, you know what I mean? We're working through all of our masculine and feminine of each sign. Really? Yeah, you're trying to balance your shit. Hold on to your shit. I already think I read enough. It's an hour and a half. I gave you all kinds of testimonies and how I don't like Russ and, you know. All right, after all that, give me something. All right, let's work on this. What is this exercise? This is a good exercise for you guys to find, you know, for someone you don't like. You have to do it too. I'm sure there's people you don't like in your life that you hate. God's asking you to find one thing you like about this person. I like the fact that you made him have a dog that looks like mine. That's cool. I think that's cool, but that has nothing to do with him. That was just coincidence. What do I like about Russ? Fuck. This could take me all a lifetime. I'll get back to you. I'll work on it. I'll try to care. Like I don't. I just want to show you, and that goes back to my video yesterday. Love has nothing to do with attraction. Maybe if... I don't think so. I'm like, if I liked you more, I'd love you more. I don't think that matters. I love you just fine, Russ. I just don't like anything you do or say. Hold on, there's gotta be something I like about you. God, I'm scanning you for anything and I don't like it. There's something, Russ. I know there is, dude. I'm sorry. That'd be such a cunt. There's gotta be something, right? I'm trying to pay you respect. Give me a while. This is hard, and that's why I said I'm gonna burn in hell for the rest of my life if this is what it comes down to. That's what I say. It's like, Russ, if it all comes down to you, bro, I mean, I'm gonna shrivel up, and my eggs will shrivel up, and I'll never fulfill God's destiny, and we'll have to catch this on the next run. In essence, I feel like I win. God doesn't, but I do. I mean, can he really hold me to everything? There's so much that must be done. Is that really a priority? Why is it a priority? Can't he give that chosen child to another person? No. Alright, I get that. Can't. Alright, whatever. He has to choose another fucking That's what it'll have to be. I'm just saying, and that's why it can't be him. I mean, if we were on a timer like every woman is, and there's only a certain amount of time before you can get me pregnant. Looking at that timer, I'm 42 years old. When does that time expire? And looking at Russ, if that's what I mean. Looking at Russ, dude, if I was to, you know what I mean? I would expire. Waiting for him to heal. To be able to, you know what I mean? Not give me cursed dick. He could give me dick, but it'd be cursed. It'd be cursed because he hasn't healed any of his family's curses. He's still living them out. It's not like you have to be fucking, you know what I mean? You just wash yourself clean of the fucking sins that you've carried your whole life. It's not really that hard. I mean, okay, I make it look really hard because it really is. In the sense of it's emotionally and mentally, physically difficult in those senses, but that's what I mean. Like, if I had to wait for Russ to heal for me to fulfill this part of the fucking mission, I wouldn't be able to do it in this life. And that's going back to Bobby or any of them. They're wasting the time. I can't say that, oh yeah, you were made to clean yourself up and give me a baby. But if that was your full-ass destiny, dude, you're gonna fuck this all up. I mean, again, I'm not trying to make babies or anything. God had to make me totally convinced that you could be that man. I still don't believe in that shit, but if you were, you're fucking this up real bad by just not facing your own fucking healing. And that's what I mean is like, fuck. Who's actually, I mean, it appears that Mike Stud, the gay guy, is looking like he's the cleanest out of the bunch. But he's just selling it as much as he's on tour like everyone else. He's saying all the great shit, but we don't know he's actually healed any great shit based on the fact that he's still living the same old life. That's what it takes, bro. And in essence, there might be somebody out there that's just not cursed. That doesn't have a cursed seed. That's already literally done their own cleaning throughout their whole life. Without my help or even needing me, they've already took this journey on their own, and they just, you know what I mean? They're looking for an uncursed person too. They're not going to just give their seed to anyone, and they've done the hard work, and they don't want to have cursed children. And they don't want, you know what I mean? In the essence, they're driven the same way I'm driven. There could be somebody completely else outside of this shithole fucking twin flame thing, and that's what I said. If they don't elevate to where I am, God has to create someone that's at my elevated status, because the ultimate plan, God's plan, not mine, that I keep trying to, you know, ditch and douse, is to marry and have his children. God's children, not some guys. Yeah, he's going to be proud and have beautiful children, but these are God's children, and this is my destiny. I can't get out of this. No matter what I do, I'm still working at it. You know what I mean? In the essence, I'm still cleaning myself up to be the right wife, and to be the right mother to the right man, and have that, you know, to make this all happen. I'm doing it all, even if I don't want to. And that means it's going to happen. And if my past life twins do not elevate to my new life and field, God will have no choice but to create me a new partner, because it's his plan. He needs a partner for the plan. And I've already surrendered to, I don't get to pick the partner. Whatever you say, God. And that's what all this training is. I have to be able to love whoever he says without restriction or hesitation. And that's where it gets really scary. If Russ came to me, I have to, no matter how he makes me feel, I have to be what I've been trained to be with Russ. Even if he fails me, it's about me and my mission. Not what I get from him, but what I've been trained to do in this life. The reward is just me, being the best version of me that I was not in other lives. Being Kanyin, man, while I'm still Lilith. How can I be that and this? How can I love them and I hate them? It doesn't matter who it is. The closer I get to it, the scarier it becomes. Because that's where the real work starts. Just love them. I'm scared, God. That's what I say. If it's Russ, bro, I'm not. It's like you can love everyone but him. I mean, it's always been this way, bro. This isn't a new feeling I have about this man. It's an old feeling they're trying to get me to get rid of. How old? The beginning of time. I can't carry this hatred. I can't carry any of these feelings towards anyone. I have to let them go. I can't hold a grudge, if you will. And it's the hardest thing. It's like, how can I be Christ-like with him? It pushes me harder than anyone. You can see it. I'm far more forgiving with Kanye than I am with Russ. And nobody forgives Kanye. What do you like about Kanye? Kanye wants to make a change for people. He just doesn't know how. That's all he's ever wanted, was to change the industry for people. Make it easier for people. That's what they pretend to have in common. And how can you have it in common when you're competing against the people you're supposedly trying to help? Hey, Alistair. I don't know. I've got 35 years to figure it out, and that's what they said when I get real upset in these moments. It's like, you cannot fix Lilith in one day. Lilith has been running wild within all of, since the beginning of time. You cannot put a handle on Lilith in one day. Not 1 year, not 1 month, not 1 lifetime. It's just me. Why do you that way? I don't know. Couldn't even tell you. It has nothing, like this feeling towards him, it has not, I mean, sure, maybe, if I could remember what he did. I mean, there's plenty. It has nothing really to do with this life. It's just watching it repeat in this life that is just disgusting to me. I'm literally watching life repeat over and over. Every time I face one of them, this is a repeat. And that's where I'm like, oh God, if I don't do this, and that's why, that's the urgency of just doing it. It's like, if I don't figure this out, I'm gonna have to fucking deal with you even longer. Finally, I just got to it with Bobby. It's like, if I don't just face you, dude, this awful feeling of fear of facing you, I'm gonna have to carry forever. I might as well just get over this. Am I scared to see Russ? No. Fucking run up on that bitch, bro. But that's the thing, is what are you gonna do when you see him? Can you control yourself? What feelings are you gonna act in? And when I think of him, I don't know. It's never anything good. Never. I've said it, like, I said for the first year I was gonna slap the shit out of him, and God kept saying I wasn't. I said, fuck you, God. I've been nothing but good. This one, I get one in this life, and I'm taking it out on this one. I'm gonna slap the fucking shit out of this bitch. I don't give a fuck. Then after I calmed down there, I told him, you will fucking bow and kiss the fucking ground the very moment I see you. I will put your fucking head to the cement and American fucking pie your bitch ass. I mean, where does Lilith fuel her fire? Him. I'm supposed to be banishing this. It's at the surface. I'll try to get rid of it. Marshall knows how I feel. He knows what that feeling is. He knows it. Nobody knows this feeling, bro. Only Marshall knows this feeling inside of me. None of you were created with that kind of rage and fire against another. You couldn't possibly understand what it feels like. It's not something you want to put down, but it's not something that you're, you know what I mean? I don't know. He's headed towards a lot of people. I only got one. I mean, like, he just holds that fire towards people. He holds their feet to the fire, bro. Like, that's it. That's it. It's like, you know, I guess I gotta heal this for both of us. I don't know. You want to explain to me how he hasn't. Absolutely not has fucking Marshall Mathers forgiven anyone that he holds to the fire. He reminds them that they're burnt. Oh God, Marshall. We're never gonna get out of hell if I can't figure this out. Oh God. I mean, yeah, why don't you just let it go? It's not us something. It's me. You're asking me to let go of me and my feelings. Where do they come from? I don't know, but I'm not letting it go. Sounds pathetic, doesn't it? Yeah, it's like, why are you like this? I don't know. And that goes back to it. Do you like anything? I don't think so. You just want to war with him? No. I wish he'd just go away. I wish I didn't have to see him at all. But every time I do, it's a fucking war. And I'm not losing. I'm the goddess of war. I don't lose. I decide who wins. And I decided if I want to fight and when to walk away from the fight. But I'm always ready to war. And who am I warring with? I don't know. Him, especially. He is the thorn in my fucking flesh. The most irritating part about being a human is having to wake up with his fucking ass. Really? Oh yeah. Every fucking day that he shows up, dude, he shows off. And it makes me hate this whole situation. Like, ugh. What a disgusting human being. And God just wants me to be nice to this absolute disgusting human being that I can't stand. I'm supposed to teach you guys how to overcome such shit. I'm working on it. Full moon and stuff. Happy full moon. I'm gonna go eat and vanish and sleep because I have a big day tomorrow at the new location and I'm getting ready for, you know, new shit. But we're supposed to be letting go of old stuff, and that's what I did yesterday, you know. I've been doing it all week. I'm always doing it. I'm always banishing old, you know what I mean, old beliefs, letting go of things that no longer serve me and filling it up with better stuff. I'll work on this. Maybe by the new moon, I'll feel new about it. I'm just doing what I'm told. I don't even see the purpose of why I need to be forgiving or understanding or kind to this piece of shit. And that's exactly what God said, because if I'm not, nobody else will be. God says that he needs my love, but all he does is reject it, so I don't understand why the fuck I'm being put in the bullshit to begin with. I feel like God should find someone else to love his bitch ass. I mean, I guess that's what they said, nobody else. That's not... How did this become my job, bro? That's an asshole answer. You've always loved him. I don't think I ever liked him, though. Can you show me where I liked him? Okay, that's not funny. You know what they showed me, Russ? They showed me a version of you like Marshall. You know what I love about Marshall? Marshall is like me. He views the world like I view it. There was a time when Lucifer saw the world like Lilith. But you're not Lucifer, you're nothing more than a mere man trying to fit in with mankind. Trying so hard to be liked, to be one of them. Trying to earn your way into the graces of God. You're just putting on skin and pretending to be something you're not. It's disgusting. At least Marshall is open about what we really are. That's the start of it. At least be honest about who you are, and then do the work to try to be a better version of what you are. And we said just hide what you are and dress it up and pretend that you're not, that you're something you're not. I'm not a nice person. I'm kind. I'm not friendly. I'm outgoing. I'm not lonely. I just like to be alone. I'm not a bitch. I'm a goddess. I'm just created differently. Hey, I love you guys. Happy full moon. Later, haters.